Good evening, everybody. My name is Adam Seneski, and I am your son's 12th grade English teacher for the 2021-22 school year. Just over the next few minutes, I'm going to introduce myself, though I have taught many of your sons in the past in other classes, and then talk a little bit about the makeup of the class and expectations for the year. It shouldn't be anything too surprising. First of all, I did put I sent your sons home with a syllabus for you to sign. I also put that syllabus on Schoology as well, so you can look at that at any time you want. If you have a question and maybe look at something, it's on there. My contact info is on there as well. I will say email is always going to be the easiest way to get a hold of me. I'm very good at responding to email, definitely within a day, but usually within a couple hours I'll get back to you depending on schedules. But you can try to make a phone call as well. If I'm not in class, a lot of times I'm not in my classroom because I'm also the associate campus minister. So I'm usually doing something there in the office or there are other things in the building. I also run the Kairos retreat for our juniors and seniors, and your sons will get more info over the next few weeks for that first November Kairos if your son is looking to go on that. So more info for the November one will be coming out shortly. Probably the middle of September, towards the end of September, because we have until November. But is kind of what I do here. And so today I just want to talk a little bit. Let me introduce myself as in my background. I went to Michigan State, as you can see the Spartan street sign there in the background. I've been married for 13 years to my wife, Krista. We have 3 boys. Marcus is 10. Callan is 9, Emerson is 6, and they go next door to St. Regis, so we feel very blessed that I could be on the same campus as my sons, and we really love this community. Over the years I've been teaching for 16 years in total, but I do say my most enjoyable years have been here at Brother Rice. I do love this high school and the community very much. Senior year is an important year for a lot of things. Obviously, your sons are getting ready to start applying to colleges. And that's stressful in itself. The one thing I have been stressing to the seniors is that, so many applications have been coming into universities, especially with that new Naviance system where you can click on a lot of schools to apply to. First semester grades have become very important for seniors. A lot of universities and colleges are asking to see first semester grades senior year. So I'm really stressing to them that this semester is very important, and the year is important, but this semester is really important if they're looking to boost that GPA, right, or to get to maybe a certain point, to really keep working hard in order to do the best that you can so that they can go to the school that they want to. There's nothing more exciting than getting into the university that you work so hard for, and I don't want this first semester to be something that stands in their way. And so we've talked about that quite a bit in class. The senior English class is set up a little bit differently since I've taken it over. First semester is the same. It's always been. Right now we're working through the summer reading stuff and doing some activities with that. Then we will read Invisible Man, and we'll also read Death of a Salesman. So those are our major readings for the semester. There's no textbook for senior English. And those are the readings that we'll focus on, and I supplement it with notes and material that go along with those readings as well, along with the normal quiz and tests. My grades are total points, so homework, quizzes, vocab, all that goes into the grade. They're not weighted, though I will say usually quizzes and tests are worth more points, so it's weighted in its own way, but I don't weight it separately from that. It's a total point system. Second semester, I've altered a little bit from what was done in senior English in the past. I have a master's in English, and my concentration in that master's is film study. And so I used to, a while back, teach a film class. And so the administration has allowed me to take second semester senior English and kind of introduce them to film study, where we will learn about different ways that we can read films, similar to how we read literature. We'll look at some classic films that are considered by many not only the best American films, but films that really show you the art of cinema. And so we look at some really great films. The Rear Window from Alfred Hitchcock is usually what we started with second semester. And we go from there. And every film is kind of built around a unit of study. So there's no novels for a second semester. There is work. There's some notes, but the idea is it gives them a couple things. One, I think it gives them a little bit of break from a lot of reading that we'll do for a semester as they're gearing to graduate. And two, it's really kind of a more of a format of what you might see early in college, right? A lot of discussion, a lot of analyzing, and the big thing I've been telling your sons is that they need to learn to be able to participate well in class. A lot of the classes they'll take in college, the expectation for the professors that they're going to participate, and that'll be part of the grade. I haven't made it part of the grade this year, but I've really stressed the importance of participation, and if only the fact is they don't have to hear me talk for 45 minutes if they participate. So I'm hoping that works. And last year when we did the second semester film class, I thought it went really well. The kids enjoyed it, and most of the kids did really well. This is a class that everyone needs to pass in order to graduate. You need 4 years of English to graduate from high school. I don't see that being an issue, but just know that, if I see concerns, I will contact you if we're worried about your son's grades. And again, please contact me the same if you're concerned about grades or you see something that is headed in the wrong direction, and we can have a chat about that because I think it's important to grab it before they go down a road where it's going to be hard to catch up. For homework, it's usually due the next day unless I've stipulated later. I usually put reminders on Schoology. I have for the first couple assignments. Right, so at night I'll just kind of put, don't forget this is due tomorrow, right? And the goal is to have it due that day. If it is not turned in on time, I do accept it 1 day late for half credit. And again, my goal is to get them in that mindset that things need to be done on time and things need to be done efficiently. I will give them time to work in class. And this is the big thing that I tell them is they got to use their time wisely. If I'm giving them 15 or 20 minutes in class, use it for actually working on that. I know a lot of our students play sports, have extracurriculars, might have jobs. And the last thing they want to do is get home at 9 or 10 o'clock at night and realize they have X, Y, and Z to do when they could have did quite a bit of it in class. So I'm really stressing using the time they have to get things done so it doesn't pile up. Right, time management, procrastination, is two of the biggest issues for high school students anywhere. Right, so combating that, constantly reminding them to use their time wisely can help them be organized and be successful. I mean, the two biggest things I think, especially in my classes, is being organized with their binder. They should all have a binder. Any notes, things I give them have holes punched. They just have to put it right in their binder. So keeping that up to date and keeping that organized. And just understanding what they have due in the coming week. Usually every Monday, I'll talk to them about what the week looks like. If they have a quiz or test coming up, how much work will be assigned. So they have an idea of what that week looks like so they can adjust accordingly to their other classes. I think it's really important for our students to plan, especially when they're getting ready to go to college because they go out on their own and they're kind of, in charge of themselves and getting organized and being ready for college is so important to me. I think that's about it. Again, the syllabus is online if you want to take a look at it. I'm sorry we couldn't meet in person again this year, but I look forward to seeing you guys on campus. Please contact me if you have any issues or concerns, and have a good evening. Live Jesus in our hearts forever.